Quick disclaimer. I know this isn't what my community wants to see, but I want to make the content I want to. So here this is. I love this game to bits, so every video on it is a piece of me. Enjoy! Dynasty Warriors 8 is rated as one of the hardest platinum trophies on PSN, but that doesn't stop some people from trying to grind for it. And I'm some people. I haven't gotten to platinum as of this video, but I can help others with the achievements I've gotten over time. Now, the challenges in the game are, in fact, challenging. Weird, I know. A lot of games' challenges, take Sackboy's Big Adventure, can be completed within a few tries and little practice. However, DW8 does not follow that sentiment. If you've ever played the challenges, then you'll know that these require great amounts of skill and focus to complete. Today, I'll be helping you through the Inferno challenge. Like I said, these challenges take a lot of skill and focus, so my guide won't be good enough to help you pass. You need to be prepared on your own to do so. I did this challenge after my roommates went to bed and I was listening to a special music playlist to help me focus. There are two big elements to any DW8 challenge: the officer you play as and the in game strategies you employ. Most of the challenges share strategies, but the officers often differ. When I refer to officers for challenges, I'm talking about their compatibility stats, or their abilities, and how they can be useful in certain challenges. Speaking of, how do you pass the Inferno challenge? Well, you need to defeat all enemies on the map in under 6 minutes. Easy enough. At first, I thought this meant just enemy officers, like any other battle, but I was very wrong. Every last enemy, including the small soldiers that run around everywhere. So you need to be smart. Let's start with the officer. The type of officer needed to pass Inferno is a type with a high Rowan compatibility stat, or the ability to more easily break through enemy guards and stunlock them. The enemy officers in Inferno spam their guard, so it's important to be able to break through it and stunlock them before they take up more time. If you don't want that type of playing style, that's fine. That's just what I recommend. I beat the challenge with Lu Bu, Rowan stat of 4. If you ever need help choosing an officer that goes well with the challenge, just taking a peek into the online rankings gives you a good idea on which one to use, as they'll be the ones listed the most. If you like to make things harder, then choose your main and see how they fare. If you choose an officer with less of a Rowan stat, then there's another way to get around an enemy officer's guard. Quite literally. Lubu's playing style is a tank build, so if you go elsewhere, then I'd recommend someone with a high dash compatibility stat. With that, you'll have an easier time pulling off the Inferno strategies. There are two main strategies to employ in Inferno, both being enhanced greatly by the dash stat. But Whirlwind is still the more important one overall. The first one being is to run up to an enemy officer, have them start to guard, and immediately run around them. Do so successfully, and you have a clear shot at their unguarded back, and you may stunlock them, or at least do great amounts of damage before they turn around. Enemy officers are one of the two things that eat up the most time with their guards, so you have to work around this very quickly. Second is the soldiers running around. With so many everywhere, it can be hard to get them all before this time is up. However, there is a way to do so. Here is where you need to employ the herding strategy. You quite literally herd all of the soldiers and enemy officers into a smaller area of effect. To do so, all you need to do is run around in circles to garner their attention, and enemies in the area will gather in the area in the middle of your circle. After you successfully get them into a smaller area, you can start attacking, or using Musou gauges to quickly eradicate the enemies in the area. And yes, this method is faster than running up to every soldier and attacking. After some extensive testing, attacking each soldier was shown to be around 10 to 20 seconds slower than the herding strat. If you practice the herding strat enough, a couple of circles is all you need to properly herd your enemies. Some basic advice is to use Musou and Rage at any given opportunity, especially right after using the herding strat or getting behind an enemy officer. Both of them are your most valuable assets in beating the challenge. A geographical thing to keep in mind are the points where you need to jump across several pillars. It doesn't matter if you choose to jump across or immediately drop down and use a ladder. If you screw up, however, it's a different story. They are roughly the same time. But if you aren't great at jumping across or are taking too much time to judge the distance, then you lose time. I'd recommend immediately dropping down if you aren't feeling too confident at your jumping ability. At certain points, balls will drop around the area you're in and give you a boost in attack and defense. If you get one, don't let it go to waste. They can be pretty powerful if you use them against a herded group of enemies, especially when you use a Muso gauge or rage attack. They are timed, so make sure you bolt for it if you get one. Now that concludes this guide of the Inferno challenge. Got anything to say or any questions? Leave a comment or join the Discord for more. Have a great day and good luck.